I have a follow-up question about the pre-modem. I'm curious to know to what extent at Atlassian people leverage that approach.
Yeah, good question. The pre-mortem is most useful for large projects that are cross-functional, right? And that's where people are like not thinking the whole big picture on all the things that might go wrong. They're looking at their silo. It's like, wow, I need to build this amazing service that scales to like 10 million users or whatever, and it feels really exciting. And they're like full hog going to build it. But you step one level higher and say, would actually customers use this service, or what's the value that we are bringing? What happens? What are the failure scenarios? You might uncover that it's actually not the right thing to do. You might want to change direction. So it's important and not get caught in the moment of excitement. So it helps in the large projects. For smaller projects or sprints, that's a different thing, right? There are other checks and balances you want to have. The thing that I really like well is the product managers, engineers, and designers need to work well together. It's not like a product managers write some specs somewhere and designers write some mocks and ship it over. Like, if they really operate as a team, because they come with different perspectives, and you won't have a group things like all the engineers sitting in, they all get excited, but product managers may be like, no, our customers are asking like this. So the team, when I say a team, it's not just engineers, right? It needs to have everybody that needs to make the project successful. And that's the team I'm saying, like for smaller execution cycles, that team needs to meet every so often. It's whether it's the sprint cycle or however different teams do it. And that's something that happens all the time in Atlassian.
You mentioned a couple times through the conversation, Shri, about transparency and transparency at scale, and you mentioned Confluence and a lot of the ways that your teams have leveraged that as a way to sort of create transparency at scale. Can you tell us a little more about like some of the stories and examples of how you use that, or like how you use that tool to, I think, create that transparency across all of the different team members? And I'm just curious, like, because that is a communication tool for the amount of people on the engineering team at Atlassian. Like, it seems like it'd be really hard to engage all of those folks in a decision or a move.
It's the other way around. In fact, Confluence is used by every single person across Atlassian. And the beauty of this is you can ask me what happened, why did that thing fail, or what is happening. I can go look up and tell you right now on all the things. Like I talked about this 5 alarm fire. I can show you blogs that different teams wrote, and I talked about X alarm fire. I can pull up the blogs on what their learnings are. So the beauty of this is because we have all these different teams blogging about their learnings, it's all in one knowledge management. It's in our Confluence. And a new person coming in, when somebody says, oh, we have this 2 alarm fire, and they're like, should I ask 10 people? They can just go into Confluence and search, and they actually get these blogs where they can, there's this context. And that blogging culture internally and being open and transparent. And it's not just about technology, right? It's about technology, it's about strategy. I have a blog that I blog every so often for all the things that we decide at the company level and at the team levels. And that's a extremely good communication in terms of it's there, and if somebody joins tomorrow, they can come back and look at all the things that we have done in the recent past, so that they know what the trajectory is and how we are as a culture. So it's been, I mean, it's great for technology things and just architecture and connecting different people across different silos. It's also good on the people side of things. It's great in terms of strategy and communication strategy. I would say it's like a communication spine across Atlassian, and lots of our customers use that too, and that's been super powerful.